From Minnesota Prodigy to WNBA Powerhouse. In an era where women's sports are finally getting their overdue spotlight, Paige Bueckers has emerged as a force of nature. Not only on the basketball court, but also as a cultural icon, business mogul, and inspiration to millions. Her story reads like a screenplay, an all-American girl with a gift for the game, who rose through injuries and scrutiny to stand at the pinnacle of her sport. As of now, at just 23 years old, Paige has accumulated a net worth of $5 million, thanks to her lucrative WNBA contract, endorsement deals with Nike, Gatorade, and StockX, and a nil empire she helped shape while still a student athlete. But behind the stats and brand deals is a fierce competitor, a woman of faith, and a determined visionary rewriting the rules of what it means to be a basketball superstar. Early life. Born on October 20th, 2001, in Edina, Minnesota, Paige Madison Bueckers was destined for greatness from the moment she first picked up a basketball. Raised in St. Louis Park, her parents divorced when she was just 3 years old, but both remained influential in shaping her character and drive. Her father, Bob Bueckers, a software engineer and former high school basketball player, became her first coach and lifelong motivator. Her mother, Amy Fuller, a former collegiate cross-country athlete, moved to Montana after the divorce but maintained a supportive relationship with Paige. Paige is the oldest of 4 children. Her siblings include Drew, her younger half-brother on her dad's side, and Ryan and Lauren, her half-siblings on her mother's side. Despite growing up in a split household, Paige thrived in a supportive, sport-loving environment. She attended Hopkins High School in Minnetonka, where she became a high school sensation. She didn't just play varsity, she dominated. Her ball handling, vision, and court IQ earned her the nickname Paige Buckets and caught the attention of national scouts before she was even 16. By her senior year, she was named the Gatorade National Player of the Year, Naismith Player of the Year, and USA Basketball Female Athlete of the Year, becoming the most coveted recruit in the country. Personal life. Despite being one of the most talked about young athletes in the country, Paige has maintained a remarkably grounded and private personal life. Relationship. As of 2025, Paige is in a confirmed romantic relationship with fellow basketball phenom and former UConn teammate, Azzi Fudd. While the couple has not shared many intimate details publicly, their bond on and off the court is clear. A union of mutual respect, shared values, and a love of the game. Religion. Faith plays a central role in Paige's life. A devoted Christian, she often credits God for her success and strength, especially during her darkest moments with injury. She has said, "Basketball is what I do, not who I am," emphasizing that her identity is deeply rooted in her relationship with Christ. Philanthropy and advocacy. Paige is not just an athlete, she's a changemaker. After the George Floyd protests in her home state of Minnesota, she became an outspoken advocate for racial justice and equality. With her younger half-brother being biracial, the cause became deeply personal. She later launched the Paige Bueckers Foundation, focused on empowering youth through education, sports, and food security. In 2024, she partnered with a nonprofit Gatorade to open free grocery pop-ups in underserved neighborhoods of Minneapolis. Her initiative Buckets with Bueckers, a free youth basketball camp, has expanded to 2 states and is now a hub for mentorship, leadership development, and community building. College career. UConn Huskies, 2020 to 2025. Few athletes have left such a mark on women's college basketball as Paige Bueckers did at UConn. She arrived in 2020 as the #1 recruit in the nation, and she didn't disappoint. Freshman year, 2020 to 2021. Averaged 20 points, 5.8 assists, and 4.9 rebounds per game. Shot an impressive 46.4% from 3. Swept national awards. AP Player of the Year, Naismith Trophy, John Wooden Award. The first freshman in history to win any of them. Led UConn to the Final Four and redefined what it meant to be a freshman leader. Injury and comeback. Her sophomore year was riddled with injury, including a fractured tibia and torn meniscus. Then, in 2022, a devastating torn ACL benched her for an entire season. But Paige didn't sulk. She rebuilt, physically emotionally, spiritually. Return of the Queen, 2023 to 2025. After redshirting her senior year, she returned in 2024 stronger than ever. Averaged 19.9 ppg, 4.6 apg, 4.4 rpg. Achieved the elite 50/40/90 shooting split. Recorded a 40-point Sweet 16 performance against Oklahoma. Led UConn to its 12th national title. Won the Wade Trophy, Nancy Lieberman Award, and Big East Player of the Year. Paige left UConn as one of the most decorated athletes in program history. Her poise, leadership, and grit through injury inspired a new generation. Professional career, WNBA, Dallas Wings. Draft Daydream. On April 14th, 2025, the dream became reality. Paige Bueckers was selected number 1 overall in the WNBA draft by the Dallas Wings, becoming the latest UConn legend to go first overall. Rookie season highlights. Debuted with 19 points and 7 assists. Named WNBA Rookie of the Month in May. Averaged 18.6 ppg, 5.4 apg, and 4.1 rpg through July. Missed a few games due to a concussion and a minor back injury, but bounced back like a warrior. Led all rookies in assists and minutes played, and made her first WNBA All-Star Game appearance as a reserve. Her flashy crossovers, clutch shooting, and leadership have made her not just a fan favorite, but the face of a new era in women's pro basketball. House tour and car collection. While Paige keeps her personal life mostly private, it's been reported that she recently purchased a modern home in Dallas, close to the Wings practice facility. The 4-bedroom residence features a mini basketball half-court in the backyard, a trophy wall dedicated to UConn and high school achievements, a private gym and yoga studio, and inspirational Bible verses etched into wall decor. In terms of vehicles, Paige has been spotted driving a matte black Tesla Model Y, customized with her initials PB stitched into the headrests. She's also said to admire classic cars and reportedly owns a restored 1968 Ford Mustang, a gift from her father. Let's make one thing clear. Paige Bueckers is alive, healthy, and dominating. As of today, there are no reports or indications of any health crisis beyond minor basketball-related injuries. This category is not applicable, and we hope it won't be for many decades to come. At 23, Paige Bueckers has already done more than most athletes accomplish in a lifetime. She's not just Paige Buckets anymore. She's Paige the Trailblazer, the voice, the brand, and the fighter. Whether she's feeding an assist on the court, organizing a charity event in Minneapolis, or taking questions at a Nike press conference, she brings grace, faith, and purpose to everything she touches. Her story is still being written. But make no mistake, she's already carved her name into basketball history.